All right, so step one to using the submachine gun class effectively is the gun. And there are many choices, all have different statistics and characteristics, but the three I'd recommend would be either the MSMC, it does high damage, the Scorpion, because it has a high fire rate, or the PDW, because it has a humongous clip size. All right, so you found your gun. Good job. Now, you pretty much figured out now that you have an SMG that it does great damage up close but has zero bite or bark from distance. So, what do you have to do? You need to figure out a route through the map so you can maximize the effectiveness of that weapon. So, you're looking for close quarter combat, basically, anywhere where you can have a short distance between yourself and the person that you're fighting against. Now, some tips and hints are use the buildings. A person with an SMG is absolutely dangerous in the building. Their high fire rate and their maneuverability makes it really, really tough for other people. Now, make sure you're avoiding those long lines of sight. All right, those times when you run into people, he's way over there, you're way over here. 9 times out of 10, if you try and shoot him, he's going to win. So just run away. Okay, live to fight another day, or choose another route to get to that person, but avoid those long lines of sight. So we have the gun that we're going to use. We also know how we're going to navigate around the map. Now it's time to choose our perks. Now, the rule of thumb when it comes to SMGs is try harding. That's my word. And basically that means that you want to use anything that makes you faster. Now, most people that use SMGs don't really use passive perks. Okay, the perks of choice are normally going to be lightweight and dexterity. Lightweight makes you faster, and your character's already fast, but he makes him that much more faster. Also, it makes you more elusive, so you're a bit more difficult to hit. Dexterity helps you to climb over stuff, so if there's someone looking out at a vantage point, you can surprise them, or if you need to escape, you can get away easily. And it also helps you to raise your gun faster. So again, it's all about speed. Two perks that deserve honorable mention are going to be Flak Jacket and Tactical Mask. And if you're trying to rush into a building, you want to have these on. Flak Jacket, if there's a Claymore, Bouncing Betty, you can just charge through it. Or if they have a shock charge or throwing flash grenades at you, you can just rush through all that. So you want to have that. It's not necessary, but it's good to have, especially if you want to just go and bogart a building. All right, so we have the gun. We know our route. We've selected our perks. Now it's time to select our equipment and our attachments. Now, again, the rule of thumb is faster is always better. So you're going to pick anything that makes you faster. So I recommend quick draw. I also recommend rapid fire. Okay. Another attachment that deserves honorable mention is the laser sight. Now, the laser sight reduces your shot group, so your shots are closer when you hit fire, so you have better accuracy. Now, for as far as equipment is concerned, the only one that I can recommend for you is C4. Now, C4 doesn't have the range of a frag grenade or a Simtex, but it comes in handy in more situations. One, it can be detonated remotely, so you can toss it or lob it in front of you and blow something up. Or if you have someone that's lurking around the corner, you can do that. Or sometimes when you shoot people and they just don't die, you can throw a Simtex at them and finish them off. Simtex or C4 definitely helps. All right, so we have our gun. We know the route. We know our perks. We even know our equipment and attachments. Now, the final step to put all of this together to play effectively with an SMG is movement. And then it breaks down into a couple of categories. So the first one is learning to drop shot or learning how to jump shot. And it's pretty easy. All you do is when you're shooting, you simply drop to prone as you are shooting somebody. Or jump shot is exactly as it sounds. You just jump up in the air and shoot as you're shooting somebody. But it makes you a little bit more elusive, which increases your chances of escaping a firefight. On a personal note, I'd recommend that you change your button layout to tactical. And what that does is that removes your crouch button from B and puts it as R3, which is the right stick. If you click it, it puts it there as a right stick. So what that does is when you go to drop shot, you can simply click right R3 while still keeping your right thumb on the stick. So you can still drop shot, aim, and shoot at the same time. Whereas if you had to press B, you can only shoot and drop shot. You can't aim. Now, the final piece of knowledge that I can put down on there as far as movement is concerned is the modified controller. And I don't really recommend it because you shouldn't have to spend any additional money to play the game itself. But modified controllers are everywhere. And a lot of the people that you see that you think are really good, that's normally what they have. There are ones with the double flipper, so you can have 2 trigger inputs. There are controllers where you can program the buttons to do particular actions. So whereas I would have to press both R3, shoot, and all that stuff together to drop shot, this person can simply press one button and it does all those commands together for you. So a modified controller, although it may not help too much, it can give you an edge in certain situations, and that definitely can put you over the top. So for $200, you may be able to gain a couple of kills. I guess it's worth it, I guess. So those are my 5 steps to playing effectively with an SMG. Now remember, they're not just one step. You're supposed to use them in tandem, use them together, become more effective. Now, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really appreciate the support that you guys have given me. Again, you can hit me on Twitter at AngryTechGuy_. Also, if you want to play, because I'm always looking for folks to play while I record, make sure you hit me up. It's Mike 5000 watts. It's the letter O, not the number O. Remember that. And as always, if you like the video, make sure you click the button, please. And thanks a lot, guys.